We are going to the beach. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I dive in immediately because as always we have no time. Going to the beach is actually one of the most simple things that was on my bucket list, and I'm planning to check off all of the things that are on my bucket list till the end of the summer. So that's the agenda for today. I'm heading to a beach that is actually the only big lake that exists in this country, Armenia, which is around 1 hour away from the capital where I live. There are some buses that go straight there from the middle of the city, which is perfect. Right now, I'm ready, at least on the surface and what you see. But the thing is, there is also a massive preparation before going to somewhere like a beach. We are going to get ready for that. These are all the things that I'm going to bring. I wrote them all down because I don't want to forget any, because that will be a bummer to get there and remember that I didn't bring, I don't know, anything, even some accessories that I want to be there with me to have that beach vibes. So I wrote everything down. There is even a small chance that I have forgotten some of the things to even write down, but we're never gonna know, at least until we get there. I'm going to bring my AirPod cheese cracker sandwich that I'm going to make, peanuts, some sugar-free sweets that I've bought, some nuts, my journal, my planner, because there is something that I want to do with that. Otherwise, I don't think I would bring my planner with me. My book, because I want to finish it. I'm currently reading Anya of Green Gables. Strawberries, cash, my card, underwear, just one plate and a fork, my sunscreen, lip tint, and a cup of plastic, because I've been proven that you always will need some plastic bags at the beach. For lunch, I'm making this classic beach sandwich with bruschetta and peach. I actually couldn't find bruschetta, that's why I bought another sort of meat which is pretty similar, but I don't know what's the name, perhaps speck. And I went to the supermarket and bought this fresh bread. Even though I'm not truly a fan of bringing things and just putting food in plastic bags, I'm going to do that. Kind of like the picnic vlog, if you have watched it. If you haven't, the link is in the description. But yeah, I'm just going to put everything in plastic bags, because even though I just love containers and I don't usually put my groceries in plastic bags around my home, but it will be so difficult to carry, and I'm not going to make myself any more difficulties, because I think it is a little bit hard to carry all of those things, especially because I'm not going like with my own car. I don't know if you have noticed or not, but there was no towel in my list, and I just noticed that. And yeah, I knew, I felt it in my heart that there is something missing, something important, and also something to sit on. Actually, I could live without that, but without a towel, going to the beach, oh my god. I'm glad that I remembered. Packed everything and I'm ready to go. Another thing that I had forgotten to write on my list. There is something that I'm worried about and it is stressing me out, not gonna lie. And that is the buses that I have reserved and I know that they're going to take me to the beach. I cannot see them on the map and I've never taken them or I haven't talked to anyone who has used them before. So I'm not sure if they are going to show up or not. I think they do and maybe they are just not showing up on the map. But thankfully the bus stop is right here, so we are going to go and we are going to see. Okay, I finally got here, and have you seen these sort of movies when the main character goes through so much till she gets to the destination? And that was my story today because, as I told you, the buses were not really shown. I saw a bus coming that was going out of the town, so I took the bus and I went out of the town, and then I started figuring it out. Then and no one spoke English. It was just a little bit strange. I had a journey before getting here, and I think I was on my way in total waiting for the buses and things like that, maybe over 2 hours. And I also have done something pretty stupid because I was kind of in rush and I was worried not to pass the alley that gets to the beach. I told the driver to stop because I thought that would take a while until he stops because we are on the road, right? But he immediately stopped, and then I realized it's so far away from that alley, so I had to walk around, I don't know, 15 extra minutes. And 15 minutes is not that much, but I'm carrying so much stuff. They are heavy and I'm dying. I'm just waiting until I get there and I want to lie down. I got to the beach after walking for, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then I got there and it was like so empty. There was this couple there and I went to them and I asked for power bank. And what happened was that they didn't have the power bank, but they said that this beach is full of insects and they are hurting them. So they were moving. And there were no one else at the beach, even though I would love a quiet, empty beach. But I thought that would be also a little bit dangerous, you know. The interesting thing was they started talking to each other, and I realized that they are Italian. Like, what are the chances? And I was like, oh, siete italiani. And then we started talking in Italian. È stato dicendo. il vino.
Sì, ti volevo far vedere.
A destra e prendi Asian
No,
Ice.
se ci sono anche.
È un tipo
No, è proprio un paesaggio.
that's always just is enjoyable for me as the first time when I saw an Italian and I started talking to them in Italian. They also brought me here, thank them they had a card. I also could charge my phone for a little bit, like during that 5 minutes that we were in car. Yeah, iPhone be like. Right now I'm here, I'm starving. It's been 3 hours since I left my place. And it's been too long. I think it's past 4. I haven't had lunch yet. But thankfully I have nowhere to be. But I hope I can get home safe and sound and cheap. Because if I don't get a bus, which is so likely because the buses, as I told you, don't have a clear schedule. They might show up or they just might not. And in the worst case scenario, I have to get a taxi, which will be very, very expensive, but it's better than staying the night here and not going to work tomorrow. Here's quite crowded. I don't mind that much. I mean, I don't know, there is a thing when a place is so empty, you're like, ah, if no one even is here, you know, the vibe is a little bit off. But when there are people, you are like, ah, I wish I was alone. Anyways, it's time to eat lunch. I literally have the dirtiest hands on earth, but I didn't find anywhere to wash my hands, so. I'm back from the water, and after that I've been people watching for a while because why not? Honestly, I don't want to spend so much time on the beach. I'd rather be in the water because when I was there, it was so much fun, especially since I let go of my hair and I just let it get wet. That actually doubled the fun. Also, at some points, I decided to just lay on the water and I tried to do some meditation, but that was not possible for a long time. I think I could last 2 minutes or something because it was hard and I also cannot really stay on the water. I kept going down like after 1 or 2 minutes, so that was my maximum time. But it was so fun. I actually suggest you that to just try to kind of meditate, even not in that like standard form of meditation, but just try to kind of lean inward and remain peace and calm. And now I want to reset for the new year. That's why I told you I brought my planner because we are kind of in the middle of 2026 and I want to kind of review and reset my goals and then I will immediately get back to the water. An hour I've done my research, and if I want to tell you what I've done because I think that's interesting, it has 6 different parts and the point of it is just to reflect everything and get things out of my head onto the paper to clearly be able to see what I've done, what I want to do for the rest of the year. Firstly are the things that I've been proud of in this 6 months. Secondly are the things that were not truly my favorite, didn't go as well as I hoped it would. Third one is just the media that I consume, let's say, like the TV show that I watch, the music, the artists, the movies. Fourth one is my focus, the things that I need to focus on for the rest of the year. I chose five important categories. The fifth one are the things that I need more of. And the sixth one, which is the last one, is how I want to feel for the rest of the year. I kind of dedicated 1 hour to that, and that was helpful and nice. It's time to get back to the work.
I was swinging along, minding my business, when suddenly out of the blue, just like a present from heaven, beautiful, wonderful you. The clouds disappeared and the birds started singing a beautifully wonderful tune, for no other song could be worthy of beautiful, wonderful you. Now who could have thought this could happen? Who would have ever believed? Could it be true that someone like you could fall for somebody like me? I'll swing along, happy as ever, no longer lonely or blue, for I have been kissed by an angel.
Okay guys, I'm getting back home and I actually got a taxi because I was too tired for the bus, and I don't know what's wrong with me today. I made another mistake getting on the car. I had an scheduled taxi and I chose the exact place that I was at. I didn't want to do any walking, but I don't know why when the time has arrived, I suddenly thought I need to walk to the main road. It was not that much, again, it was 5 minutes, but still it's crazy. Imagine the driver came to me and I paid extra money for him to come to me so I don't have to walk. But I walked to him and then I had to walk back, which was just so strange. Anyways, I feel just so fresh and sort of clean. I don't know if you can see that or no. I've been to other sort of smaller water that I can swim in, but I've never felt that way. What came to my mind when I was in the water was that I'm very grateful for the freedom that I have now. I felt very privileged because I could never do such thing. I could never dress freely and swim in the public, and then I wished for more freedom.